One of the things cited when talking about military matters is never invade Vietnam. Well, we all know about what the Vietnamese call the American War, where the Americans attempted to prop up the South Vietnamese state and ultimately failed. Before that, we're probably also mostly aware of the French attempt to restore their rule after the Japanese occupation during the Second World War. Both of these wars were devastating and lasted from the Second World War up until the mid-70s. A very long period of conflict and resistance, but you were probably not completely aware that Vietnam's main and enduring enemy throughout its history has not been France or the United States. It has been China. Indeed, what is now North Vietnam used to be South Vietnam. The present Chinese province of Guangdong was the center of the Viet people, and over the centuries they were pushed down into what is now Vietnam. Indeed, Saigon and the area of South Vietnam used to be a part of the Khmer Empire, which is one of the reasons why Pol Pot wanted to invade it and reclaim it for his Khmer Rouge. But one important event happened on this day, the 4th of December, 1426. The Vietnamese, at the Battle of Chuc Dong, I think that's pronounced, near present-day Hanoi, defeated the Ming army that had been occupying the country since 1406. The Ming had originally gone into what is now North Vietnam to restore a prince that had been overthrown by a rival dynasty. He had gone to the Chinese court asking for help to get his kingdom back. The Chinese took this as an opportunity to go in and occupy and annex it. At first, it's not clear whether they intended to annex Vietnam. They were thinking that they would prefer it to be a tributary state. But when they did send an army into Vietnam with the exiled prince, the Vietnamese killed the prince, leaving them with no one to put on a throne. The Chinese at that point decided that they were going to conquer it and annex it as a Chinese province. The emperor even saying, well, what else are armies for? We've got it there, might as well use it. So this began the 2-year conquest of what is now North and Middle Vietnam. It was a very quick conquest, and at first they were successful in keeping the place Chinese, or under their dominion, but quite quickly rebellions began to flare. The rebellions were crushed, but every time they created more rebels. By 1418, the Lam Song uprising began. This would last for 9 years. Throughout this period, rebels and guerrillas would attack Chinese forces, the Ming forces, in what is now North Vietnam. They took control of the countryside and the hills. Does any of this sound familiar? It seems that that is what they always do. Take control of the hills and the rural areas, and bit by bit nip away at the Great Army until they give up. The rebellion became stronger and stronger as the years went by, and the Chinese losses mounted. The Ming Empire, very powerful one, obviously couldn't hold on for much longer. So on this day, the 4th of December 1426, after a litany of military disasters, the Chinese had been defeated again and again, and outside what is now Hanoi, the combined forces of the rebels came out and defeated the Ming Empire, the armies of the Ming Empire, at the Battle of Chuc Dong. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, I can't speak Vietnamese, so I apologize. So, on this day, the Ming Empire got its backside handed to them, and it ended their multi-decade occupation of Vietnam. If you like these videos, come back for more, and like, subscribe, and comment.